Welcome, Sagittarius. This is Regina from Pacific Tarot getting ready to do your new moon in Cancer reading. This is really a review of the new moon of a couple of days ago, where we have been with the sun in Cancer really trying to feel into the changes that we've made, the changes we're desiring to make, what it feels like to be supported, to be seen, to be moving in a place where your negotiations and exchanges of energy are explicit, are agreed upon with all of your partners. I'm going to thank you for being here. I appreciate all the support that you give me, the donations, the appreciations, the feedback. It is all essential to the work that I do here on this channel. So please consider liking, sharing this with others, subscribing to my channel. And your overall energy, Sagittarius, is the Strength card. The Strength card is really describing your perseverance through some really difficult challenges. Many of these challenges you recognize are about the improvements that you're making, the evolution that you are encouraging within yourself. You are recognizing that your effort towards the world, your external effort, can only match your internal commitment to a vision you have, a world where all are supported. But you also recognize that you have strength and a kind of courage that others may not have and may need to lean on you at times. This you're able to do with spades. This may have been something you've always done unconsciously. Sagittarius being something of the optimist, the cheerleader. Others look to you for inspiration, and you're always unstinting in your ability to your willingness to share encouragement and support with others. This is a beautiful card that shows that you are staying true to the effort, the commitment to your vision. In the past, we have the Six of Swords. You have been moving away from a difficult circumstance. You may not be physically moving away. For many of you, you are. You're setting off on to a place of peace, of resolve, to allow yourself to accept many of the difficulties and challenges you've overcome. There was an environment where you didn't feel that you could contribute to solutions. You didn't feel that you could make improvements because of your perhaps misfit within the situation, or your inability to intervene into what feels like a almost hostile environment. You are moving away from that. You are aware that you really are deserving of the peace of self-healing, so that you can contribute in a way that reflects who you are. In the present, the Sun card. The Sun card is about, at your absolute core, you are straining and working towards that inner liberation. This inner liberation is deeply uncovering your authentic gifts and talents, the you that is naturally occurring when you are appreciated, when you're seen, when you're allowed to express who you are, and to creatively intervene in every environment to not only bring joy, pleasure, and a sense of purpose, but this beautiful model of appreciating an abundant world and illuminating the task at hand, so that we're all reminded of the sacred nature of our efforts in creating a better world. That is indeed what makes you happy. In the future, the Two of Pentacles is about the busy work that so many of us are engaged in terms of understanding what we've learned from the past, how we've grown, how we have developed, how our vision has shaped the ability to be patient with ourselves, understanding that now is the opportunity to look towards the future. We understand what our expertise is, what we're good at, and we know the direction that we want to move towards, but we may feel unprepared. There's a bit of the imposter syndrome here where you're wondering if others can see that you don't know what you're doing. This is an absolute falsehood. This is a projection that is not matching the reality of your own internal development, which is simply trying to take in as much information, learn the skills that are updating your gifts and talents so that you are prepared to move into an unfamiliar direction and manifest the abundance and the healing that you envision as possible. There's a natural evolution occurring here from this desire to simply move away from a hostile or a chaotic environment to this place where you are prepared to launch what you've learned, what you know, and what you have to an unfamiliar world, a world and audiences, clients, students that are waiting for you. If this reading is resonating with you so far, please like this channel, like this video, share this with other people who may find it useful, and please subscribe to my channel. It helps me grow and helps me to be able to sustain myself doing what I love doing. So thank you for all of that. And I pulled for you the humor card. I choose to focus on the lighter side of life. This is so appropriate for the really heavy commitment that you've undertaken. Because you give so much light to others, it may not be obvious to other people the real dark places that you have been navigating over the past few years, with full responsibility, with a determination to understand how you have been holding yourself back. And that realization is really one that you're committed to understanding fully. But humor is one of your gifts. The ability to laugh at yourself at every level brings so much joy to what can feel like a heavy, difficult path. From the flora and fauna of Africa, I have pulled the Cape honeybee. Make time to enjoy the fruits of your labor. It's okay to indulge in the sweetness of life. You will soon attract your desires. I should put it over here so you can see my shell. And I'm going to clarify the Six of Swords in the past with the Empress and the Justice. My goodness. Once you have taken invested the faith, the belief, and the energy in your vision, in your own happiness, rather than simply sacrificing yourself to the happiness of others, you have come into your power. This is really a beautiful place where your power is what balances out that very delicate and critical exchange of energy between people with resources. So, particularly because this new moon is grounded on how you share resources with others, this is important because coming into your power allows you to truly balance the scales, not only in your present life, in your present exchanges, but in your past. There's a sense of justice that is emerging through your ability to live in your heart. to express who you are naturally, to be in sync with the rhythms of the season, to feel your body, to feel this shedding of the need to sacrifice for others, and understand that your voice is vital. It's what the world is waiting for. And whatever sense of justice you have regarding the events in our social experience, every bit of this justice belongs to you. Every bit of equity, fairness, balance, respect, honor, being seen belongs to who you are. So, as you've elevated your ability to advocate for fairness, for equity, for the relief of oppression or abuse, exploitation, trauma in any of its forms, are all experiences you live every day. And you've grown through those experiences in ways that the world can and must benefit from. That's why you're here. I'm going to clarify the sun in the present with the 9 of Earth and the Patience card. You're coming up roses here, Sagittarius. The 9 of Earth is a card that is very much about your natural liberated energy, your natural independent energy. It is important to you to stand on your own 2 feet, to be your own person within relationships and outside of them. Your relationship to the world is so necessary for you to have the freedom to choose. That is important for you in any relationship. And when that is not respected, you feel trapped. You feel oppressed. There's almost a sense of claustrophobia in relationships where you are not allowed to define yourself. The temperance is really the grace that you've earned through your commitment, through your hard work and your perseverance, your willingness to look at the hard things, understanding fully that you can't be successful or victorious without doing the work to prepare yourself for that. And preparing yourself for that means, in many ways, getting out of your own way, recognizing that you often are the biggest obstacle to your success, to your victory. This almost feels like a fear of success for many of you, in that you may have begun, engaged in many activities that were not allowed. You did not allow yourself to let it get good. You might have left things, being infamous as a Jack or Jill of all trades, as a dabbler, one who's tried a lot of things because you're good at a lot of things. But the satisfaction of really gaining momentum and making something a success is perhaps an experience you've denied yourself. And that is something you are healing at this time. In the future, the 2 of Pentacles is clarified by the 5 of Earths and the 10 of Fire. There are a lot of responsibilities and obligations you are dropping. And with that sacrifice in the future, you continue to work at this, to really recognize what is you and what is what others expect of you. As you move through this, you are completing this journey you're on. You're completing this exercise and understanding how success has eluded you in the past. It's important that you realize that along with this deep work, this this constant effort to be successful, that in many ways you have denied yourself, that there is a real physical and emotional exhaustion that accompanies that. So the 5 of Earth is about what you're changing. And this is exciting to me, a card that I have often dreaded seeing. is really about the way in which you now understand that sense of limitation. Yes, you were conditioned with a set of expectations based on your diverse talents and capabilities. A lot was expected of you, and that has been daunting in many ways because those expectations really felt like a box that you didn't belong in. And now you have the opportunity to recognize how you had internalized that box, even though you were often rebelling against it or straining against it, that you now recognize that those limitations are completely an illusion, that your path, your success is limitless. Having tapped into your power, you are in a, the position to change your reality into one that is much more abundant, to no longer deny yourself, to no longer take a monk's oath of poverty. And many of you have inadvertently taken a vow of poverty or celibacy as the expression of your questing, adventurous nature, that you were sacrificing the comforts of home, the comforts of a steady relationship for the eternal quest for your truth. And you're really changing that now. I am so excited for you, Sagittarius. As a Sag rising with many placements in Sagittarius, I really feel this change that's occurring within you. And I pulled from the Yogic Path Oracle. I don't know why it always takes me so much time to come up with the title of this beautiful deck that I am obsessed with. The Satya card, and I'm going to look that up. And Satya is truthfulness. You are moving toward your truth, peeling off all layers of inauthenticity that have been placed upon you by social conditioning. Through the shedding, you are finally feeling truth's bare skin as you place your fingers upon your face, finally coming home to yourself. This truth has been dormant inside you all along, waiting until your awakening. Through this process of understanding, unlearning, and evolving, you become an awakened person. Continue to step into this new paradigm of truth as you shed all false beliefs, narratives, and stories so you can emerge as your true self. Thank you so much, Sagittarius, for this profound reading. Until next time, namaste.